Douglas Camfield's direction on classic Doctor Who serials really elevated them into superior efforts compared with what they could have been, or compared with other serials directed by other people. Compare the direction of The Crusade with that of The Romans, which is an otherwise rather well directed serial from the very able Christopher Barry, though has far less pronouncement of its narrative of significant historical figures, treating them as comic foils or minor caricatures instead, though this could be in respect to the nature comedic of that particular storyline. Compare the direction of The Time Meddler with the direction of pretty much any serial around it. What seriousness of visuals, a photographic impressionability, compared with the cynical filming of sets which the series could be resigned to. Shooting on location did them well with that one, obviously. The direction, by Camfield, of the Daleks' master plan is absurdly better than what Richard Martin executed with The Chase, but their master plan is much better than The Chase in general, it could and really probably ought to be claimed. Bringing us now to the root web of fear, which makes me wish that Douglas Camfield had directed maybe The Faceless Ones, which seems to have been rather effectively directed still. Only episodes 1 and 3 are available to us today, sadly, by one Jerry Mill, although I can imagine Camfield really making the storyline truly pop with angles, memorable images, a sense of immersion and scope with the city, urban environment, and a transmitted idea of the space of the area in question, which Camfield is seemingly fairly good at. Take King Richard's company in The Crusade, cramped yet adorned with expensive elaborate dressing and pompous royal aesthetic furbishing. Next, consider the open space of the British coast in The Time Meddler, absolutely fantastic there. The geometric setup of the Egyptian set, though clearly a set, in the Daleks' master plan feels coherent and logical to a viewer. We can picture what the wider area looks akin to, even when, and assisting with the fact that, two characters or sets of characters are in two different locations at a couple of given moments. Compare that with how Richard Martin directed that, though still delightful, just how could it not be, that sequence of the Daleks wrecking the poor doomed Mary Celeste. A bit stiff and shot at a theatre stage's distance, not immersive or involving photography of positioning, orienting one within the action of the space itself, communicating the nature, the quality of that said space. The Web of Fear, what a powerful, elegant understanding of space, perhaps the finest in the history of Doctor Who's direction. Let me know your own thoughts, if any, and if you are so inclined at that, in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks again, good and dear friends, any and everywhere.